What we have here is part of the frame of a quantum chase, a Brown Jordan quantum chase. In this video we will explain to some degree how to disassemble and reassemble a quantum chase sling, because they're a little more involved than most other slings. They're of course bolted in the frame of the chase. You'll see these bottom rails have 4 bolts on each side. These bolts, which is the I have 11 millimeter wrench here. We'll take these out, or you can use a socket wrench. You take those out of both sides, and this whole part will come out, including the bottom pieces connected together here at the hinge. The hinge will come apart. Take a 13 millimeter or 1/2 inch wrench, and you can take this apart, and that will disassemble the bottom pieces from the back. Then you have the back piece, which is bolted together with 3 bolts on each side. You only need to take off one when you're installing the sling, as you'll see. And of course it takes, what is it here? The 8 millimeter to take this bolt out of the one side. In this video we're going to show also our product we have available, Casual Clean. It's a very good product for cleaning outdoor furniture. It works on the frames, it works on the vinyl, it works on the slings, it works on umbrellas, it works on cushions, and it also even helps clean a barbecue grill. It's a very good biodegradable product, and it can be diluted or it can be used in concentrated form. We have a 32-ounce spray bottle in our store, or it's also available in a gallon form. In the Casual Clean, this one, the 32-ounce, comes with a spray nozzle on it for you. We're going to show how well this works. As we see, this piece has been sitting outside for a bit under some trees, and it's got a lot of grime on it, even has some mold on it, and it's pretty well on there. We're going to show you how well this cleans this type of problem with the furniture. Okay, we're going to take the Casual Clean. In this case we'll use it concentrated, and I'll go ahead and spray a little bit on. Now you can use this with a water hose too. I happen to be set up in the shop with a blanket on the table, but I'm going to use it concentrated. You'll see that it does take it off pretty good. I mean, that you would think that furniture needed refinished, but in this case it doesn't. It's cleaned up pretty well. You go ahead and spray on this moldy area here, wipes right off, and it even brought back some of the shine that was underneath there. So you see, this product will work real well, and we're going to go ahead and clean this up a bit, and we'll be back with another explanation. Now you see the piece of furniture we just had, how clean it became with Casual Clean, and turned out to be pretty nice. It just has some minor nicks on it, so it doesn't necessarily need refinished. If you're just looking to replace the sling, it can be cleaned up with this product we have called Casual Clean. Okay, and we're going to continue here with explaining a little bit to help our customers understand how to install a quantum chase sling. Most of the other slings are not, well, most of the other slings are not quite as complicated as something like this one in particular. So that's why we have chose to put it on a video. We have the splines for the back of this one-piece chase sling we're going to install in this new sling we made, and then we're going to put the bottom splines in on each side of the sling. Now if you order them with splines, then we send them already installed in the sling. If you order this, if you want to use the old spline that you have, if it's still in good condition, then you could put them in yourself. But of course, when we make these quantum slings, we're very careful how we make them right around this area here where the bolt goes. It's double stitched, high tensile strength, UV protected thread, and we make them so that they'll fit well in the seat and in the back. Okay, we're going to show how we begin the installation of the quantum sling after we've disassembled it and cleaned it up here. First thing I'm going to do is install the back of the sling on the frame that has the support bar on it. And I'm going to start it out down the slot after the spline is already in the sling, and just slide it all the way down until it's all the way in and both ends are in the sling rail here. Then we'll take the back rail that was disassembled from the 3 bolts, and we'll do the same thing. Start it in the rail, slide it till we get it all the way on to the rail. I'm going to explain how to put the back support on first in this quantum chase. It's probably the point of the most complicated part of it. So you'll see that here. I have this spreader bar. The best one I found to use, that we use here, is the Irwin Quick Grip. It's available at your Lowe's hardware store. It's also available online through the Lowe's store, and we have a link to that on the Sling's installation page. You might also find it in another link on our website. But we're going to take this, and you want to put the spreader bar closest to the support rail, so that if you get it too far out here, it'll twist the bar too much. So you get it closest to the support rail where you can still put these bolts in line with the holes here to get that screw in there. I'm going to tighten this up enough to where I can take this and push it down in to the frame, or to the rail here, this back support bar, to where it lines up fairly well with the holes, till it does, and then you start these. You get one of the screws started, you go ahead and tighten it up. And be careful that the bar isn't twisted too much, otherwise you might strip the bolt. You can work with that by getting this down further, or you might also even get another one of these. In some cases, it can be helpful. For instance, if I put this down here, it's going to help open and reduce this bend a little bit to help those bolts go in better. So in some cases, it may be helpful to have that if you have that problem. I'm going to do it with one so you can see that it can be done with one. But 2 can be helpful if you want to afford 2 of those. But it can be done with one. So we'll get this bolt going. Let me see this. Get this one lined up. You might have to move it a little bit to get it lined up well. Just be careful it doesn't pop out on you while you're working with it on this end, especially since there isn't any spreader bar down on that end. I get it in most of the way. Make sure that this one gets started okay. As long as you get them started, turned in a few threads, you might go ahead and take this off to relieve the bend on it, so that these will tighten up even a little better from that point. Once you get all 3 of these in that tight, then you've got the back already installed.